Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Rome. Thank you so much for joining me in this little Roman adventure. And the last time we were together, we saw the Vatican and we had a lot of tiramisu. We saw the Trevi Fountain and roamed the streets of Rome. We're going to continue that very Roman magic today. And I am so excited to show you everything that I have seen. All the details of this trip are linked in my guide, which is linked down below. So we're not going to get into the nitty-gritties of what to do. You're going to see it through my lens anyways. So let's begin. We are already early in the morning to avoid as much of the crowd as we can at St. Peter's Basilica. This is one of the most iconic landmarks in the world. And honestly, I've seen so many pictures of it, but nothing prepared me for the moment I was actually standing over there. This place has so much of history. It's located in the Vatican City, and it's not just a church. This is a masterpiece of Renaissance architecture and the spiritual heart of Catholicism. From the outside, it's already incredible. The massive statues lining the roof, those towering columns, and of course, St. Peter's Square, which was right in front, designed by Bernini himself. It felt like a giant architectural embrace, welcoming me into the church. And once I stepped inside, it was breathtaking. Whether you're religious or not, this place, it will leave you in awe. Every corner is covered in art, gold, marble, and centuries of history. The ceilings stretch impossibly high, and yet everything, it was so well balanced and harmonious. We had the privilege of walking through the holy door or the Porta Santa. This is the last door on the right when you're looking at the front of the basilica. Most of the time, it's sealed shut. But once in every 25 years, during a jubilee year, which it is in 2025, the Pope ceremonially opens it as a powerful symbol of grace, forgiveness, and spiritual revival. And as we walked in through this door, the first thing I saw was Michelangelo's Pieta. This was the reason I had even come to the church, to be very honest, because this is one of the most beautiful sculptures ever created. He was only 24 years old when he made it, and I'm 25. I don't think I can, I'm not this skilled at anything. And look at the detail of the sculpture. So if you're coming to Rome, you have to see this. The sculpture shows Virgin Mary holding the body of Jesus after crucifixion, and the expression on her face is devastatingly serene. Oh my god, I can't stop talking about this beautiful Michelangelo's Pieta. As we walk through this church, you can see that there are a lot of people. And this was the first morning slot. Like as soon as the church opened, we were in the line to get in. But this is the Jubilee year, so there are a lot of pilgrims who've come here to pray. And you can see that there are a lot of Christian masses going on. So the entire vibe and the energy of the church was just elevated because of the number of people praying inside as well. So I really enjoyed that aspect. I do not know a lot about churches, to be very honest. So the Rick Steves audio guide, which I was listening to, was much needed to explain everything that we were seeing and its significance. I said this before in my previous video that taking a guide really enhances the travel experience. It takes you to the stories and makes you feel the things that were felt when making the structures and the art and the sculptures. So I was really glad that I did that. And this dome over here, for example, is designed by Michelangelo. It towers the entire church, and this is the beautiful altar, the amount of details, the golden dove and the four pillars. A lot to take in, and just to be present as well with it, right? Because when you're in this experience, there's just so much to process that you can't remember everything that you're seeing. This, for example, was Saint Peter himself. He is the first Pope of Christianity, and this church is in fact dedicated to him. And there are a lot of art pieces as well, but because they can get they can wither away with time, and the paint can fade away, and the candles fumes, they're actually done in this church with mosaic. So everything you're seeing is not really painted strokes but mosaic, which is baffling. Like this picture, for example, the amount of detailing and then that made not with just paint but with mosaic is stunning. And those were the Swiss guards who guard the Vatican. And yeah, that was about it. And now we have made our way out of the Vatican and into this street. And this looks like French architecture to me, to be honest. Anyways, we will have an Italian breakfast, so some nice coffee, some cannellini, and some other pastries. I really wanted to try all of them, so we took one of each. I think we had 6 different things to try. Yeah, it was a nice experience. The breakfast was really nice, and now we will shop and go around. Colosseum is tomorrow, so we have time. This is generally how we plan a trip. We keep one landmark per day so that we minimize the exhaustion we're going to have from all of the walking and also have time to process whatever it is that we're taking in. Especially in the case of Rome, with the amount of art, I don't think I can do it one after another continuously. You can space it out in the day, like do something in the morning and then something in the evening, but this suits us the most. And I like to find walking paths which are scenic. That also enhances the city. And today we were lucky because it was really sunny and I was really enjoying the main character energy that I was getting. Walking, smiling, liking, Rome, Vatican, Bridge, Castel d'Angelo. We're going to read about the significance. As promised, I am going to read about the significance of this place. This is Castel St. Angelo. This was built as a mausoleum for Emperor Hadrian. It was used as a castle, a fortress, and even a papal residence. It overlooks the Tiber River and has breathtaking views from the top. We did not have this in our plan, so we could not take out the time to do so. But if you have a longer itinerary, sunset views are apparently the best. Anyways, we continued to buy some souvenirs and bumped into gladiators walking the Roman streets. Apparently, that's part of the Roman package. Anyways, I was trying to take aesthetic photos of myself, and then I saw this aesthetic cafe instead. And even though I was not too hungry, I had to go in to try the croissants and the cannolinis that they had. It's good. He said it's a mandel, but it's not a mandel. It's called a mandel almond. It's got chocolate in it. It's very nice. And then continued shopping because that's also part of the Roman experience. The amount of jewelry in this city is, it's a bit dangerous given the fact that I love buying that for myself. I really had to contemplate on what was worth buying and which piece I was going to take back home with me. So far, it's only the handmade piece that I bought yesterday, but we never know.
I just wanted to tell you how it's all together.
Oh, it's all together.
All together.
Okay.
And the prices are always from the back, okay? So whatever you like, okay, just take it, okay? So you have the meal. So
Very cute. Nice store. I like it. I ended up buying that for my friend because I thought they were really nice and dainty, and she doesn't really like heavy jewelry, so that was my pick. And then we walked back into Piazza Navona. You remember, right? This is the square from yesterday. The same one with the fancy banana ad in the middle. The square was just so much more lively, and of course, we went into the shop again for souvenir shopping. This is a random square, and the art has been so much at this point that we're walking past stuff and we're like, oh, okay, one more, like just one more, just keep on walking. Art is everywhere, the buildings, and it's crazy. It's just crazy. And then another shop. because I still haven't decided what it is that I'm going to buy, and souvenir shopping is also exhausting because I can never decide. So we were too tired and headed for lunch. We had already reserved this restaurant. It's Osteria da Fortunata. I hope I pronounced it correctly. It's one of the best reviewed places in Rome, and I swear by Google Maps. So I was going to eat here for sure. And this ricotta filled ravioli and the cacio e pepe. Interesting. New and interesting. And then there was tiramisu. Amazing. Oh my god. There's never enough tiramisu. Anyways, we then walked into Campo de Fiori, which is like a market area. There was a lot of stuff happening over here. It was pretty crowded. People were selling spices and limoncello and vegetables and flowers. It was nice. Not something that I was going to buy from because, yeah, it was a lot of people shouting different things. So it was a lot of chaos, but I enjoyed the walk through it. And then we went to Giolitti for some gelato.
Okay. Please.
Grazie. We're back. Explore. Kindly found my glasses. My mascara is completely smudged. Yeah. We are going to Galleria Borghese. Borghese. This was a gallery made by the nephew of a pope, I think. Not sure. I think so. And here we're going to go and see Apollo and Daphne made by Bernini. That's the plan. I am below 26, so hence my ticket was a mere €4, and I'm very happy about that. And if we get to go to the castle today, that's going to be €2. So if you're under 26, you should come and visit. Yeah, that's not the only reason you should come and visit, but cheaper tickets are always a great bait. Anyways, our slot was a bit later, so we hung around in the gardens before making our way into this villa, which is actually now an art gallery, what we've come here to see. There are a lot of works over here. There are many masterpieces, paintings by Caravaggio, by Raphael, but I'm here to see the sculptures made by Gian Lorenzo Bernini. These sculptures are incredible and they feel so realistic, but they're made out of marble. The first one that you're seeing over here is the Rape of Proserpina. What I mean by rape over here is in the classical mythological sense, and that is abduction. This is Pluto holding onto Proserpina, and just see the way his hand grips onto her skin. This is marble. Let me reiterate, this is not real human flesh, but the way he has made this, you have to go and see it to be able to appreciate it. He has studied human anatomy to be able to produce work of this level. There are a lot of frescoes in this art gallery. At this point I've seen so many frescoes that my neck is hurting. And this is yet another work by Bernini. This is a man carrying his father as well as his son, so you can see that he has shown such depth of emotions as this man is carrying his father. It feels like I am there in the scene, the way he has depicted the story really nicely. And then there is this painting by Caravaggio. If you remember from the last video where we saw his paintings in the church, I think there is some similarity over here in the way of the strokes or the colors that he has chosen. Maybe this is me being an art connoisseur. I don't know. I'm getting into something new, so correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just assuming that there are some similarities, and you can see the fact that this painting has indeed been made by Caravaggio because of I think also the pigment and the way the colors are so bright. Yeah, maybe that as well. Anyways, we saw some more pieces of art in this room, a lot to see. And I am not able to appreciate all of them, to be honest, because you walk past art like somebody's done this, right? Somebody spent years and years of devotion to be able to make this, but in history only some people are remembered, so we only crowd around the main centerpieces. This is yet another Caravaggio painting. It is The Boy with the Basket. I hope I've named it correctly. And then there is a painting by a fellow Dutch person. I usually get very excited when I see things made by Indians, and now I get equally excited when I see things made by Dutch people. I think this is part of the social immersion process. Anyways, walking ahead, if my expression hasn't said it all, I think the camera will. This was a room full of larger than life sculptures, and the ceiling of this room was the showstopper. I have no words to describe this. How many hours of work and devotion have gone into making this? I cannot comprehend it. The colors, the movement, the storytelling. I want to be like this girl now, this lady, looking at art. This is me, lounging on this beautiful mattress and pillows. Just see the fact that this is stone, but it doesn't look like that. It looks like a plush mattress. Yeah. And there's also detailing done on the mattress very nicely. And we cannot miss the version of David. Unlike Michelangelo's calm and posed David, this is Bernini's version, where he's caught mid-action. It's a twisting pose, it's intense, and he's about to sling the stone at Goliath. If you really look closely, you can see the focus in his face and the strain in his muscles. It's raw, powerful, and full of energy. Yeah, that's me standing in awe of what I'm seeing. It was so good. And then, of course, there is Apollo and Daphne. This is one of his most famous works, where he captures the exact moment where Daphne transforms into a tree to escape Apollo. Her fingers are turning into leaves, her toes into roots, and there's this wild sense of motion, like the marble is actually moving in front of you. This was it for day 2. I hope you liked it and you will come around again to see day 3 in Rome with me. I am very tired and also very hungry, so I have decided to have Indian food today to satiate my hunger and also my need for spicy food. Until the next video, bye bye.